All right. Oh, man, what the hell's going on here? Hold on. All right, guys, we should be starting here in just a moment. We just got 3 people so far in for the tournament. We just got a couple more, like 2 more users that we're going to be waiting on. So we're going to see what's going on with that, guys. But while we're waiting for that, we can go ahead and discuss a few things if you guys like. Let's see here. Okay. All right. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. All right, so it's 4 of us. Okay, so far 4 of us, which is perfect. Which is really good, guys. Let's try to see if okay. Chair all fixed up. Okay. Do we still have the timer going on? I'm not even sure if we do or not. Yeah, we do. I said 1 minute, so I guess we'll start in about 1 minute, guys. What's up, Thomas? You got bad news. No. No. And Thomas, by the way, are you on our Discord, bro? I want to make sure you're on there, man, because I'm adding a lot of new things. I'm updating Discord, guys, like crazy, okay? Discord, I have it set to where you guys can see when I'm live. I have the announcement section. I'm even putting change logs, so whenever I add something new to the server, you guys can see it. Oh man, why is it showing me though? All right, so I have to fix it to where it doesn't show that I'm live. And also, by the way, guys, if you are a Patreon, Twitch subscriber, anything, in the promotion room on our Discord, I have it set to where it automatically announces that you're live. As long as you got your Twitch connected to your Discord account, it should automatically be fine. My phone had delete everything. I can't ever download Line Me Back. Oh no. What was your login method? That could be a really bad thing. Really, really bad. It's not good, man. But yeah, guys, I added a lot of things. So hopefully, if you haven't checked out Discord now, make sure you check it out, guys. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. Okay, well, let's see what we got. What's up, Solid? What's going on, bro? How are you, man? Yeah, right now we're gonna kick it off with some retro Bomberman. We have a week 1, second day tournament. After today's session, with this probably only take about 20 minutes to be honest. We're gonna switch over and probably do Bleeding Edge or some Resistance of Resident Evil. It is available on Steam and Xbox. As long as the beta's still rolling, we'll play it. If not, we still got some Bleeding Edge to go through, guys, because they are doing an event where you get like a Sea of Thieves package or something, like some kind of item that you can use in the Sea of Thieves game. So definitely want to participate in that and just get the free item. But you download for okay. Still, I gotcha. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, Thomas, I'll have to check it out, bro. I'll have to definitely check it out. Alright, so I think this is about to start now, guys. Hopefully we can get started here in just a moment. Okay, so I think it's just gonna be 4 of us here, guys. So let's go ahead and do this. Who am I connected as? I'm player 3. Okay, so player 1. Here we have it, guys. I'm gonna be the red team. Let's go. And hopefully I can play this game good. We're about to find out though, guys. We are definitely about to find out. All right, here we go. Showtime. Let's get the show on the road. Uh-oh. No, I killed myself. Come on, Tricks. Wow, I don't like this D-pad on this Xbox controller. I should have swapped it out. I'm really not feeling it right now, guys. Ugh, I screwed up. I screwed up. Let's make sure everybody's controls are working. I'm glad I didn't lose my... Yeah, you won't though, Thomas. Make sure you put all the information and update it so you guys don't lose your accounts. I mean, doesn't count. I don't think they... I don't know. Their system is a bit weird, I guess. All right, am I still player 3? Yeah, I'm player 3. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good, guys. You know what? We'll go ahead and do the robot. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do this. We gotta try to win this one. Gotta try to win this one, guys. We got this. Don't worry. Should have practiced a little more in the game, but it's all good. We're gonna get through this. Wow. All right, we gotta be very careful here, guys. Wow. That kamikaze got me wrecked, yo. All right, we gotta survive it, guys. Yo, player 3, nice. All right, let's try this again. Next round. Here we go. Okay, we got a little delay here, guys. I was gonna go live last night, but I'm not gonna lie with you, Thomas. I was doing a lot of outside of the stream things, and by the time I looked at the time, it was like 3 in the morning, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna go live. There's no way I could have pulled in 4 hours. There ain't no way, dude. I was too tired. There's nobody at voice chat anyway on Viz. I'm gonna go ahead and just back out of here. Now, I have a lot of updates I still need to do on our server though, guys. I need to fix this. Okay, so I have it to where it shows that I'm going live on the stream updates plus the other thing. I don't want to do that, so I'll have to update that later, actually. All right, I think everybody's ready, guys. I really need to get me some like kick. Once I get some kick, guys, we're in good shape. All right, we got the pink guy, which is I don't have kicks, and that really puts me in a bad spot. Yes, we got the kick, guys, which is good. Wow. I'm gonna die. Oh! Yes! We did it. Woo! Woo! Come on, bro. I'm trying, bro. Okay, we did it, though, guys. We got it. All right, let's get this next round. Yo, as long as we got kick, we're good. Oh, I kick like a soccer player when I'm playing Bomberman, guys. I really do. Don't have much of an option here. I need more bombs, guys. No. I didn't get it. Dang it. I didn't grab kick, guys. I'm in bad shape right now. I can't do much without a kick. Not much I can do here until some people get eliminated. That's good. Wow. This is bad, guys. Yes! Woo! I got two of them. Whoa! That was so close. I'm focusing. I'm focusing, guys. Okay, here we go. Next round. Dang it. Blow the walls up. Come on. Oh, wow. We got two skulls. Not good. Alright, well, we're gonna let that do its course, do its thing. Okay, come on. Yes, kick. Oh, I'm so glad we got kick, guys. I feel so vulnerable without it. You know what I'm saying? Alright, if we can get ourselves a dinosaur, it'd be nice. Looks like we're not gonna be able to grab that one. Not anytime soon, anyways. Alright. Oh my god, I walked right into that. Please, not right now. Not right now. I'm in the middle. You don't have a shirt on. Whoa. Huh? Yep. Yes, I'm fine. I lost.
I just got more monsters.
I'm not worried about that right now, please. Dang it, man. Alright, I'm still in the lead by one, guys, but I really got to step up on game. Alright, here we go. I don't know why. I'm looking at this at such a tiny little screen. I'm gonna get this, though. I'm gonna get this, guys. Just gotta pay attention. Nice and easy. Alright. Alright, here we go. Kick. Nice. Wow, I got myself trapped, man. Now I'm just getting annoyed. It's my fault, guys. Honestly, I'm playing this without any practice whatsoever, so I think I'm doing pretty darn good. You know, I think we're doing pretty darn good here, guys. All right, let's keep it rolling, guys. We gotta keep it rolling. I gotta get the win. I may or may not be able to do it, guys. We're gonna find out, though. Hopefully we can get it. You know what I'm saying? It'd be really nice if we did. Yeah, I should have practiced. I really should have. I should have really practiced, but hey. Okay. All right, we're gonna see who's gonna get in the lead right now, guys. I had kick and everything, too. The thing is, I did not see the player one. Player one came in and snuck up on me. Oh, they got themselves. Nice sacrifice. I'm glad player two won because that's one trophy for them. That's perfect. No, that wasn't player two. All right, guys, that's it. Come on. All right, we got kick. Very good. We gotta do this quick, guys. Do this. Yep, line bond. Very nice. All right, come on, come on. Man, not enough, guys. I'm always getting skulls on my side. It's annoying. More bonds, which is good. Got them down, guys. I was focusing them hardcore, ain't gonna lie. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you do it. Dang it, man. Come on. Wow. There was a latency there or something because there's no way that fire just like rapidly just bursted out, dude. Okay, just don't get mad, Tricks. Just play the game. I'm doing this for fun, guys. I really don't even care about the prize, really, because I know I'm not getting it. I'm just doing this to support this retro community that we have going on here. So let's go ahead and do the no, stop it. Stop it! Don't you dare! Try to entrap me here. Not cool, man. Not cool, guys. Okay, we got bombs, which is nice. Okay. Oh, gosh. Yes, I got kick. Oh, dear jeez. No! Dang it. That was a tie game on that one, guys. Wow. We're all like 2-2 right now. I gotta keep focus. Gotta keep focus, guys. All right, let's do this. All right. They're really putting up a fight. I appreciate them for that. Definitely bringing up the challenge, which is great. Wow. And I don't have kick yet, which I'm pretty sure I don't, which sucks. But what am I gonna do? Well, you already know I need that kick. Take it! Come on! What the heck, man? I got no range, no nothing. Oh, it's much harder when you got a lot of players. I'm not gonna lie. All right, here we go. Come on. I hate player 3. I don't know why. I don't like this. But player 5 is even worse. Oh, gosh. This D-pad is screwing me up big time. I need to switch it. I don't have time. I got the green and I got the kick, I believe. Yeah, so we should be in good shape really right now, guys. Should be is the word. Oh, come on. I gotta get player 1 out of here. Dang it! I want player 1 gone. Player 1 is my threat right now. Straight up focusing on player 1, guys. We're gonna get him. Come on, I had the freaking thing too, man. Got him. Player one's gone. Thank goodness. Yeah! Woo! That was tough. Wow. Okay, player three. Okay, guys, this is it. This is the matter of winning or losing. Either way, though, we get points for the trophies, which is nice. I think I do need to switch out my D-pad, though. I can't do this one. Not this one, not at all. Oh, gosh. Let's get these cleared out of the way real quick. All right, we got the greenie. All right, very nice. Got him. Yeah! Woo! We did it, guys. Got another one there. Whew. All right, one more, guys. One more. One more. We are good. Okay, here we go. Come on, guys. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. They're doing good. They're doing really good, too, guys. Wow. Woo! Dang it, Tricks! What the heck? I did not touch that. Ugh! That makes me mad. All right, here we go, guys. Next round. Dang it, man. I had it too, man. I took out the entire team. I'm left with one person. They just got me because I killed myself. That's infuriating. What am I gonna do? They're really trying to... I'm gonna hold it off here, guys. No, I needed that. Dang it, dude. Come on, bro. Oh, I hate this. There's not enough to go around. I'm gonna stay away from, because I don't have kick now, guys. I have to stay out of battle. I can't battle nobody. I'm gonna play it smart. Just stay away from people. There's not much I can do here, guys. I'll just sit back and do our own thing, because this is not gonna work. And somebody freaking grabbed it. I'm done. I need to wait till one of these guys get eliminated, so I'm just gonna stay out of the battle. There's no point. Can't do nothing. I feel completely useless. Alright, let's get out of this guy's way because he's getting kamikaze on me. Yes, kick! Woo! I needed that so bad. Now we're in the game. Got you, buddy. Get that player one out of here. Come on! Really? Seriously? Oh my god. Stupid draw game, yo. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. The chances I could have won, guys. Alright, let's try this again. Dang it. Nice and easy tricks. Nice and easy, bro. Come on, give me a dinosaur. Give me a kick. I just need kick. That's all I care about, really. Kick, kick, kick. Damn, blow up already. Yeah, that latency delay was huge, yo. Wow. Seriously, no. Oh, somebody just saved me. I got no kick, though, guys. That's the only bad thing about us right now is no kick. No kick. Sit out of the battle, guys. Sit out of the battle. Wow. I'm in trouble. Dang it, man. We're back to this again. They know I don't have kick either. I'm not getting involved with their shenanigans. Oh my god. Why? Why? What? Yo, this... I hate when I'm not hosting a Netplay. I really hate it. I don't know what they chose. I wish we can, like, see our ping. That would be beautiful. Little ping meter or something. I think this might be it, guys. This is dumb. I had 2 draw games, man. And a bunch of suicides. Great. Player one. Of course, player one. That's the only competition right now, guys. And I don't want to... I just killed myself. I'm done. I don't even care right now. Honestly, we'll just get this over with. I can't even do it, guys. I want this on a full screen, man. I can't get it full screen. Yeah. That's bogus, dude. It's the same, man. The glitches, yo. Like, I didn't even press that. Maybe I recognized my last command from the last game. I don't know. That sucks, though. What am I gonna do? While we're here, I guess I could change my controller D-pad. Yeah, we're gonna use this one instead of this like circular one. We're gonna swap this one out. Put this bad boy in there. There we go. Now it's got the plus. Now I can move much better with this. Oh yeah, we're good now. So who's here? Player one? So pretty much if player one gets this, guys, I'm done for. I lost. I just gave player one the ultimate advantage here, which sucks. I never done this bad, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really been playing Bomberman. I've been playing so many different other games. So it's my fault to blame, really. I should have practiced. Come on, player four. I'm voting for the other enemy because I don't want player one to win, guys. Walked right into that. I don't think player 4 is gonna get it, guys. Player 1's got the kick and got the blue dinosaur. All right, so I was player 3 with 4 trophies. Let me head over to Viz real quick. Yeah, it's all right. All right, so that's gonna be over, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just we're gonna go ahead and have to end this here really quick, guys. So give me just a moment while we go ahead and do that, because I want to save this video for like YouTube, just to, you know, for the whole. All right, let me go ahead and end this right here.